Happy hearth-warming bronies and Pegasisters. I am Frostcloud on my Mr. Chaos the Cunning Wolf channel, and yes, hearth-warming day is finally here. It feels like after Halloween, just to me it feels like Christmas time / hearthwarming has come pretty quickly after Halloween. It seems like Halloween was just about 1 month ago. But that's not what I'm here to talk about right now. So it is hearthwarming day, and like I said in the previous video, what I was going to be doing in the hearthwarming day video was going to be a surprise. Until now, I am going to be re-reacting to MLP Season 6, Episode 8, A Hearthwarming Tale. Yep, I'm gonna be watching this again. For the first reason is because I remember how it goes. I know it's obviously meant to be an MLP version of the actual Christmas story, The Christmas Carol. But what I mean is I don't really remember every single little detail about it, so it'll be fun to see it again. And a while ago, I actually watched my reaction to that episode all the way through, and I honestly wasn't really that satisfied with what I said with it. I think I remember saying I thought it moved along too quickly and it had a pacing issue, but then I saw it again later on that same year and I was like, what am I talking about? This is absolutely amazing. I'm sorry if some of you were expecting something else or something different or something unique, but this is honestly what I felt like doing for Hearthwarming Day this year, so that's what I'm going to be doing. But enough talking. Without further ado, let's dive into this. Here's this song again. Hey, wow, I like the sky. Kinda looks like there's northern lights in the sky. That's Rarity's parents, if I'm not wrong. Hey, there's Octavia. This song sort of feels like a Christmas version of the 100th episode Slice of Life, sort of. I like how they included a stallion group to the song. Well, that's derpy for you. Oh, great. I mean, a derpy tree works. Okay, the bottom of that present is really not supported that great with tape if the candy cane's just gonna fall to the bottom.
It's a time to spend with friends and family when we celebrate a very important day in Equestria's history.
Yeah, if only I still had one.
Ponies, it's just an excuse for silly songs and fun. Not a day to remember some.
Well, not just silly songs, I mean some beautiful songs as well. I mean, trust me, I know. I mean, I've listened to a lot of songs in the It's a Pony Kind of Christmas album, so I know for a fact that not all the songs are silly. A lot of them are actually pretty beautiful.
This is the story of a powerful unicorn.
I don't know if I've just noticed this just now, but whenever one specific book is being pulled out of the, background of books, isn't always one specific color before Twilight even indicates it by levitating it with her magic? That's something I actually just noticed.
Since every pony knows that Star Swirl was an expert at everything from transfiguration, dimensional calibration, teleportation.
We get it. Star Swirl's awesome.
We're getting off topic here, Twilight. Come on.
Work hard, learn, and use your skills to better Equestria. That's a worthy goal for any pony. But by all means, if you want
And when I think about that, that's somewhat kind of the same mentality of Tempest, to be honest. I'm just saying, I just noticed that.
Happy hearts warming.
Oh, this song. I remember this song so much. I absolutely love the animation and the voice acting for this song. It just feels perfect.
Says the pony who tried to make every pony the same by replacing their cutie marks with equal signs.
Thanks a lot, Spike.
You've got our attention, Snowfall Frost. And we've got some...
Okay, that is a weird animation effect.
Just what do you think you're doing, Snowfall?
decorating the classroom for
That older
Hearth warming
pony,
because
like
it
his
was
coat color and his dark
said you
dark jacket just makes him look depressing in general.
I do.
The seeds of the past, we grow up so fast. Some hurts never go away.
Yeah, kind of relatable to me.
Don't you mean present like the time?
No! Toys, heartwarming doll. Want a cupcake?
Fine, present.
What an interesting twist on the words. I mean, people would obviously think present as in present time. Well, okay, well, I obviously don't know entirely how the full original story goes, but it just seems like they just turned the words around, and honestly, if that's the case, I find it pretty clever.
Well, scarf usually means you look cold. That one's easy.
Yeah, exactly.
Anything you're saying.
Well, she's Pinky, so I don't really blame anybody if they say they can't really understand everything she's saying. Well, thanks for jinxing it, Pinkie Pie. Oh, I remember what happens in the ending of the song, but I'm trying to hold back laughter. I'm very much looking forward to seeing it. Oh, here comes the ending. Oh, I see it coming. And the reason is to be with your friends. Take it away, honey.
And the reason is to be.
I literally remembered this episode for that one funny part. Yes, you were.
What happens next? Well,
I'm sorry, I love that part so much.
Take a quick. Oh no, the eggnog was awesome, Flutter Holly. I'm just mad at some pony who was complaining about.
I like how all the main six have slightly different names for the story.
Pony's name starts with snow and ends with frost.
She said Hearthwarming Eve is just an excuse to party, and we would all.
And just switch that name around a little bit, and you got my LC's name, Frost Cloud. I find it a little creepy how it's not actually an echo sound effect, it's just her repeating the word ever as she's walking away. But she's Pinky, she could do anything. She's basically the party thrower equivalent of Star Swirl the Bearded.
I see a future caused by
This is what Canada can look like sometimes, you know, in the major snowfalls. It's not fun.
meant to be. The future should be filled with
Oh, yeah.
magic.
I heard from somewhere that this song actually sounded kind of familiar to The Midnight and Me, you know, that song from Legend of Everfree? And if that's true, I mean, I don't have much of a problem with it. I mean, I don't mind just slightly recycled audio pitches, but yeah, it's just something I heard. I like both songs just as much. Hey, Vinyl Scratch is right next to Octavia.
Frost? Dragon toenail? Thanks? I was in a hurry.
I'm afraid to think about how that tastes.
Spike and I are heading downstairs.
Yeah, look at that. That one book she put back is still highlighted on the edge of the screen. I mean, come on, doesn't that look a little bizarre? I mean, I'm not judging. I'm just saying. Well, I'm not gonna repeat myself.
Sometimes you just let go of the past. Enjoy the present while it lasts. And really, it's not that much to ask. With good friends by your side.
Well, maybe if I didn't feel as alone during this holiday season, maybe I could have, but I mean, some good things have happened here and there.
Now it's we'll party till late. Our favorite date.
Yeah, I'll be staying up late editing this video, that's for sure. Oh, yeah, I think I just saw Rainbow Dash's dad, you know, before parental guidance. I saw kind of a darker blue version of Rainbow Dash, but as a stallion, so I think I just saw Rainbow Dash's dad. I didn't see Windy Whistles anywhere, but so maybe that's what people were talking about, you know, when they thought they saw one of Rainbow Dash's parents at the end. Well, I think I just saw him finally. I was searching all over saying, okay, where are they? Oh, wait, I think I see something. I mean, for my, I think third viewing by now, I mean, my opinion has definitely changed. I definitely don't think it was rushed. I think that was just right. My opinion on this episode has definitely changed from the last time I saw it back in 2016 when it first came out. I don't think it was rushed, and looking back on it, I don't even know why I even said that, because, like I said, I've never actually really seen the original movie or, I don't know, original book. I don't know what it originated from, but I never actually really seen much of the full original story of the Christmas Carol. I do know basically how it goes, and pretty much this episode literally just recreated it with ponies, and, you know, that's what I really like about it. But yeah, I think this episode is kind of did it just right. I don't really see many flaws with it. I mean, they had to fit it in a 20-minute episode, so I don't really see much else they could have done. And I think I might have actually said that during my first review on this episode back in 2016, but I can't help it if I'm repeating myself. Yeah, this is definitely one of the great MLP Christmas special episodes. Maybe later this holiday season, on my own time, maybe I should go back and also rewatch Hearthbreakers from Season 5, and the very first Hearthwarming themed episode from Season 2, I believe it was. I think it was literally just titled Hearthwarming Eve. Of course, I won't be doing videos on those, because this is just something I wanted to do, you know, just for the sake of it being Hearthwarming Day / Christmas Day, before I kind of relax for a little while, but for now, I obviously just re-reacted to this, and as I predicted, my opinions definitely changed. I don't see anything wrong with it, and the songs in this were absolutely great. I wouldn't say all of them are beautiful, but obviously the Pinkie Pie's Present, I think that song was called, that one was very catchy, and I can't get over it, I'm sorry, I mean... at first I thought, I'm pretty sure it was Tara Strong that said that part, but at first I thought it was Andrea Libman, like, kind of singing that part where Twilight was reenacting the song. But if that was Tara Strong, I mean, props to her for actually going that high, because obviously Andrea Libman's voice is way higher if she could do Fluttershy and Pinkie Pie. But I'll never forget that part. Like I said during the reaction, that is one of the main highlight things I remember about this episode. That part just cracks me up all the time. I mean, not just because it's obviously my wife who's saying that, but I think it's just funny in general. Yeah, I definitely like this episode. I don't know if I gave it a 10 out of 10 last time. I think last time I actually just gave it an 8 or 9 out of 10, but I definitely give it a 10 out of 10 now, because I definitely don't think it's rushed or it has a pacing issue. It's a 20-minute episode, and I feel that they did the best they could. And they fit in a lot of tiny details everywhere as well. Like in the opening song, Hearthwarming Eve is here once again. There was a ton of beloved background characters placed everywhere. Like I said during the reaction, this kind of feels like a Christmas version of the 100th episode Slice of Life. So yeah, it was very good that they packed little details all over the place. Very similar to what they did for My Little Pony the movie this year, which of course I'm going to talk about, because the next and final portion of this video is going to be me kind of reflecting off of this year, but for now I'm just going to finish off on saying, yeah, I definitely like this episode. It is one of my most favorite, well, I mean, it is... I wouldn't say it's one of my most favorite, you know, when I put it up against Fame and Misfortune, or Thanks for the Memories, or The Main Attraction, or a couple of finales, but it's definitely one of the awesome episodes in my opinion. So I feel like I've really said all I can say about it, and as for the other things, I feel like I said it best during my reaction, so I might as well not beat the dead horse anymore. You see what I did there? Now, this year, I'm just gonna say that this year was absolutely amazing. The My Little Pony the movie turned out to be absolutely amazing, like I've said countless times already. I definitely give it a 10 out of 10. Even after 8 viewings, I still give it a 10 out of 10, and I can't wait until it comes out. I heard that it was gonna come out on DVD this January, and if that's the case, I really hope that is, because I definitely want to see it way more times before I do my full traditional scripted review on it. But like I said, maybe sooner than that I'll probably do another unscripted, you know, talk video about it. But of course, I'll know it better because I've seen it, 7 more times after my first viewing, so of course I'll know the details better. And of course, I absolutely love the movie, so of course, a lot of details about it are hard to forget. But yeah, I absolutely can't wait till it comes out, and that was definitely the best part of this year. I said it before, literally the entire reason why I was looking forward to this year in the first place was literally just for the My Little Pony the movie. Graduating from prison and Cars 3 were really just side bonuses. Cars 3 I was not expecting. I remember seeing trailers for it quite early in 2017, but I didn't know it was coming until the year 2017, so that was quite unexpected, and I most definitely enjoyed it. My highlight sentence so far, before I do my review on it, is my highlight statement on the movie is, it is definitely a way better sequel to Cars 1 than Cars 2. I mean, I used to think Cars 2 was awesome, and I still think it does have its pretty cool moments. In terms of just action, not really much of story and a good sequel, but yeah, looking back on Cars 2, I really think it should not have been called Cars 2. I think it should have been called Mater's Tall Tales the Movie Special Agent Mater. Don't you think that would have been a better title? I mean, I did think the rivalry between Lightning McQueen and Francesco Bernoulli was kind of cool, and Francesco himself did get a lot of funny lines in the movie, but nowadays I can't help but feel that was kind of a filler that they just threw in, whenever we're not seeing Mater on some kind of spy mission, we're just seeing Lightning McQueen and Francesco rival against each other in the races behind the scenes, so yeah, but Cars 3, yeah, in my opinion, definitely a much better sequel, but I'm gonna talk more about it in the future, hopefully when I get around to it. But yeah, this year was absolutely amazing. Would I call it better than 2016? Well, of course I would call it better than 2016. My Little Pony the movie came out. And I know that may seem, I don't know, naive, or I don't know if that's even the right word, but again, I'm just gonna go with naive, saying that this year was good all just because of that one movie. I know there are a lot of other things that made the year good as well, such as Season 7, which had some of the most groundbreaking episodes in my opinion. There was the EQG specials. Even though I haven't done my review on those yet, I did rewatch all 3 of them recently, and my opinions remain the same with them. My most favorite out of the 3 is Mirror Magic. I think my second most favorite is Dance Magic, and I think my third favorite is Movie Magic, just because, I don't know, just something about that episode just felt least interesting to me. I don't know. I'll find the right words when I do a review on it sometime in the future. Just when I think I'm all caught up. I mean, I'm technically caught up in terms of reactions, but not really where it counts, if you know what I mean. But anyway, I'm not here to be all depressed and talk about how behind I am. So yeah, this year was just absolutely amazing. Well, of course it wasn't amazing all the time, I still had to get through the final home stretch of prison. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep calling it prison, you know what I'm talking about. Until I graduated during the summer. And of course I made my first unscripted video talking about my dark past, and I'm so glad that I made a remastered version of it, where I'm reading off of a script, because looking back on it, even though I did get the whole point across and I did get the whole story off my chest, I was very slurry and very stuttery. But it's because I was very tired and kind of exhausted after the graduation that day, so... But I'm glad I was able to make a remastered version of it, during some time, and I thought, okay, why not during Hearthwarming? A time where we're not only just, being happy and, having fun and, spreading the joy of Hearthwarming, but also a time where you can, let your feelings be known, and, you can share these kind of things with those, trust, and, those who care for you. So I thought, you know what? I shouldn't be afraid of, depressing my fans. I should be able to just share my feelings, especially during a time like this. So I thought, okay, well, considering a special time like this is coming up, might as well get this out of the way, and I feel I did a decent job on it. Looking back on it, it does definitely sound better than my first initial video I did a few months prior to that. And I feel like I can't really say much other other for this year. I mean, this year was absolutely amazing. Yeah, I guess I would say it's better than 2016. I really did enjoy Season 6, and I really did enjoy BronyCon. I mean, my first experience at BronyCon, that was an absolute memory, and I definitely look forward to going again this year. The paid education program that I'm currently attending right now is actually helping me save up for it, so I feel like I am in the safe, and I feel like, maybe I will be home free, and I will make it in 2018, so definitely looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to Season 8. I'm wondering what will happen. I did see just one spoiler for it, but I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want to spoil anything, but it got me excited for Season 8, that's all I'm going to say. But another thing I'd like to say about Season 8 is, are Starswell, the Bearded, and all the other pillars gonna come into play somehow in the season? Because if they do, I'm interested to see. I'll be interested to see what happened to Stygian, if anything did happen to him, but, I'm looking forward to seeing if anything will really come of them, if they'll ever intervene again. I'm pretty sure they will, but, if that's the case, I'm really looking forward to it, and honestly, I don't really have much theories about Season 8 other than I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes. I mean, I really don't have any ideas. And I'm pretty sure some more EQG stuff is going to be coming out next year. I've heard about this series called Better Together, I think, where Equestria Girls is supposed to be made into kind of a 20-minute episode series, kind of like the EQG specials. I've seen clips from somewhere, but I'm not really sure when the series if the series has started already or is scheduled to start someday. I don't know. Maybe one of you could tell me in the comments or something, but I don't know. I've just been hearing about the series and I'm not really sure, about it. But yes, I absolutely loved this year. And yeah, like I said, the MLP, My Little Pony the movie was definitely the biggest highlight. And in terms of how I've been, as I stated in my last video, I still have a lot of personal problems, I'm still very sensitive to a lot of things, I still do get depressed every now and then, like, not as severe as I did back in 2015 and 2016 in the beginning stages of this year, but, I still do have my problems, but I find that this year, especially during the later stages of this year, I've actually been getting better. Like, my only major problems I've been dealing with is, stress and, being afraid to make mistakes. And obviously the episode Fame and Misfortune lifted that huge weight off my shoulder by showing me, hey, look, you don't have to obsess so much about being perfect. Everybody has their flaws. Even your biggest idols aren't perfect. So, that episode really did open up my eyes, and that's why I personally consider it one of my most favorite episodes of the entire series. And that song, Flawless, I mean, in terms of audio, it's not the most beautiful song I've heard, but like I said during my review, that is the first time I've absolutely loved an MLP song, not mostly because of how it sounded audio-wise, but because of its message. It was very relatable to how I was feeling at the time, and I definitely needed that wake-up call. Yeah, like I was saying, in terms of how just I've been feeling lately, I'm happy to say I've been doing much better lately. Hopefully getting past much more personal obstacles in the future. I know I probably will, but I hope they won't be that bad as the previous ones. You all know how I've been in 2015 and 2016. I haven't been that much of a great guy in that field. But I have been doing better. Like, things have been getting more positive for me, and despite my episodes every now and then, I have been powering over them a little more, and, personally I have been feeling just a little bit stronger. So, I am glad that I've been able to overcome just a few more personal obstacles this year. I still have a lot of them, but what I'm saying is, I'm glad I didn't feel worse this year as I did in parts of 2016 and pretty much all of 2015. So, yeah, in terms of that as well, this year was much better. Other than the obvious highlights I just talked about. And I hope you all are having a great Christmas / hearthwarming. I mean, if you're a religious brony like me, you're probably going to call it hearthwarming, but, I hope you all are having, great holidays, going out to, a dinner party with your family. I know I'm basically alone in that category. I mean, I do have my uncles and aunts and everything, but as I mentioned in my previous video, I become very sensitive in that field as well. When I'm surrounded by other families that are still together, you know, I'm always reminded of everything, you know, that's been taken away from me. And, you know, there's some times where I literally can't take it and I just break down and I do have to leave. So even though I will definitely be around other people this Christmas, in terms of the things I will be going to during Christmas Day and Boxing Day, inside, I will still feel alone. So that is one of the downsides of Christmas for me, but hopefully, maybe in terms of presents, I'll get some cool stuff. Hoping to maybe get some gift cards because in my opinion, I think gift cards are honestly the best kind of gift, just in my opinion. And I'm pretty sure some of the food at the dinners is going to be good, so, I mean, there'll be that. But other than that, it'll just be a great big exercise of me just trying to keep my sanity together. And I know, in a way, it's kind of technically my fault. Like, I could have, texted a few other of my brony friends, or just friends in general, asking, hey, want to call during sometime this holiday, but I know even then that's kind of unlikely because they're probably going to be busy attending other parties as well, so, just feeling alone during during the holiday season like this is just not a good feeling, but hopefully I can manage to get by. And one thing I wanted to state before I wrap this video up, this is most likely not going to be the last video of 2017. I'm still going to keep going. My next video will probably be where I talk again in an unscripted way about My Little Pony the movie, but because I have more knowledge about the movie, of course, I'll know what I'm talking about just a little more than, my first video about it, after my first viewing. Or maybe it'll be something else, maybe my review on maybe my traditional reviews on the last few episodes of Season 7, or the EQG specials. It really depends on what I'm in the mood to, get out of the way before I get on to the newer videos, which will obviously be all my Season 8 reactions and, whatever else comes out during the year, whether it be EQG related things or, I don't know, just something else. And yeah, later in the middle of the year, like towards the ending of January, I'll be back on the road to Baltimore and I'll get to relive that entire thing again. I'm really looking forward to it. And as I've stated in my last update, I still am getting more and more into visual art, so if my channel isn't that active towards the ending of the year, that will most likely probably be the reason. To the few of you who cared to stick around to watch this little heartwarming special of mine, thank you very much. It does mean a lot to me, and I hope you're having a good Christmas as well, better than I am. And I wish every Brony and Pegasister a happy heartwarming, and I will see you all again whenever I do towards the ending of the year. Merry Christmas and happy heartwarming, and I will see you all next time. Brohuff.